0.7%, and our customers are loving what we're doing.
And that's a blended average. The ones that you own were even better.
Yeah, we had a great quarter. So our company-owned same-shop sales were up even more, and they were up at 7.4%.
Official. More than a year after announcing its plan to move a huge chunk of its team to Arizona, Dutch Bros is saying goodbye to the city where it was founded.
In January 2024, Dutch Bros CEO Christine Barone told Oregon regulators that the company needed better talent access and infrastructure to reach 4,000 stores. 5 months later, Dutch Bros announced they were leaving Oregon after 33 years. Dutch Bros headquarters has been in Tempe, Arizona since June 2025. Oregon's business climate rankings are among the worst in the nation. The dangerous expansion strategy Barone warned about has become Oregon's reality. The warning came during the relocation announcement. Barone, Dutch Bros president of America's Products, told them directly that Phoenix positions the company to compete for talent they need. She said Oregon's approach would limit growth. The state ignored her. State leaders kept pushing higher taxes, maintained hostile business regulations, and kept raising costs. By June 2025, Dutch Bros had had enough. They completed the move to Arizona, taking hundreds of high-paying corporate jobs with them. CEO Christine Barone tried to be diplomatic when announcing the completion. She told the Portland Business Journal that over the past several months, we have seen the functional and cultural advantages of having more of our field support roles working together in one place. Then she revealed the real reason. She said, with these changes, the Phoenix office will become our official HQ. We needed to be closer to growth markets and access talent that Oregon simply couldn't provide.
Chief People Officer Jess Elmquist revealed the brutal truth in an earlier interview. She said the quality of talent and the sheer size of Tempe and Phoenix was the big draw. Translation, Oregon couldn't compete. Even with high-paying Dutch Bros jobs, people refused to relocate to a state with crushing taxes, limited housing, and declining infrastructure. Nobody wants to move to rural Oregon anymore. The expansion challenge was not random. It came after years of watching Oregon's business climate deteriorate. The Tax Foundation ranks Oregon 49th for corporate taxes. The state levies a 6.6 to 7.6% corporate income tax plus a 0.57% corporate activity tax on gross revenues exceeding $1 million. Oregon is one of only 2 states that combines both. Arizona charges a flat 4.9% corporate rate with no gross receipts tax. Personal income taxes show an even bigger gap. Oregon's top rate reaches 9.9%. In the Portland metro area, add another 4% on top. Arizona's flat rate is 2.5%, the nation's lowest. If you're a highly paid executive at Dutch Bros, you just got a substantial raise by moving to Arizona. Dutch Bros' response was calculated. They signed a 10-year lease for 136,426 square feet at Liberty Center in Tempe, the largest office lease in Phoenix metro area that year. They invested $41 million in the relocation. They built pickleball courts, an arcade, 4 coffee bars, and training facilities. They donated their Grants Pass headquarters to a local nonprofit. You don't donate your headquarters if you're coming back. The timing tells the whole story. January 2024, Barone announces the move. July 2024, they sign the massive Tempe lease. June 2025, relocation complete. Today, Oregon faces a corporate exodus. Tektronix moved headquarters to North Carolina. Geldwin relocated to North Carolina. Wells Fargo closed all Oregon offices, affecting over 1,000 employees. Intel laid off over 3,000 Oregon workers. 20% of Oregon's major corporate headquarters are gone. The pattern is undeniable and accelerating. Governor Tina Kotek's reaction was pathetic. Her spokesperson said the governor is always disappointed when the headquarters of a homegrown business leaves the state. She's proud of the success Dutch Bros has had here. That was it. No retention strategy, no business climate reform, no emergency response. Just disappointment and pride. Meanwhile, Arizona didn't even need to offer incentives. Tempe Mayor Corey Woods simply met with executives and highlighted what Arizona already had: talent, airports, and business-friendly policies. One state rolls out the red carpet, the other shrugs its shoulders.
Here is what has happened since Dutch Bros left. Oregon's CNBC ranking for top states for business dropped from 28th in 2024 to 39th in 2025. Arizona held steady at 12th place. A January 2025 University of Oregon study found that 68% of Oregon businesses contacted by out-of-state recruiters eventually expanded or moved out of state. Oregon's effective business tax burden increased 33% between 2019 and 2023. The state's overall tax competitiveness fell from 7th to 35th nationally. Investment has dried up. High-wage jobs are fleeing. The infrastructure is collapsing. The death spiral continues. Dutch Bros still operates approximately 155 locations in Oregon for now. They still have their roasting facility in Grants Pass. But Barone warned about this too. When asked about Oregon's future role, she emphasized de-emphasizing headquarters designation and focusing on offices that support drive-thrus across the country. The roasting facility could be next. Then Oregon loses more jobs, tax revenue drops further, and the crisis deepens. Every asset is now on the table for relocation. The numbers are staggering. Dutch Bros went from a $12,500 push cart in Grants Pass in 1992 to a multi-billion-dollar company by 2021. Founder Travis Boersma became Oregon's newest billionaire. The state watched a homegrown success story explode. They celebrated every milestone. They took credit for the entrepreneurial spirit. Now, that success story is being planned from Arizona. Dutch Bros has 175 new store openings planned for 2026. They acquired Clutch Coffee Bar with 20 locations in the Carolinas, their first acquisition. Every strategic decision is made in Tempe now. Oregon gets nothing but memories. Christine Barone dropped another truth about Oregon's policies. She said it was important to have corporate support closer to shops, noting Phoenix offers far more direct flights than Medford. She said this during the announcement. She saw Oregon's limitations. Everyone in business saw it coming. Oregon has become hostile to business. Period. Not just coffee companies, tech companies flee, financial companies flee, manufacturing companies flee. The exodus is complete and total.
The dangerous expansion game has spread beyond Dutch Bros. Oracle moved to Texas. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise moved to Texas. Tesla moved to Texas. Charles Schwab moved to Texas. Each departure removes high-paying jobs and tax revenue. Oregon's tax base shrinks while spending explodes. They need more revenue, but they drive away the companies that provide it. It is economic suicide disguised as progressive policy. The irony would be funny if it was not so tragic. Current reality check. Oregon still celebrates Dutch Bros coffee shops. The state still collects sales tax from 155 locations. Politicians still take photo ops at drive-thrus. But the strategic decisions, the executive salaries, the corporate tax revenue, the high-wage headquarters jobs, all gone to Arizona. The hypocrisy is breathtaking. The stupidity is worse. Oregon keeps the crumbs and loses the meal. Dutch Bros' departure should have been a wake-up call. Instead, Oregon doubled down. They are still raising corporate taxes. They are still increasing regulatory burdens. They are still ranked 49th for corporate tax climate. They are still playing the dangerous game. No lessons learned, no course correction. Just more of the same failed policies. Christine Barone warned them. Travis Boersma tried to soften it. Business Oregon spokesperson Nathan Beller admitted they could not compete. Oregon did not listen. Now they are living with the results. The real victims are Oregon workers. They watched hundreds of coworkers relocate or take severance. They saw their headquarters donated away. They bear the cost of politicians' dangerous games. One employee said, "It's just a lot of sadness, knowing we are not going to see each other every day." Dutch Bros is fine. They are thriving in Arizona. Their stock is strong. They are planning 4,000-plus locations nationwide. They escaped Oregon's madness. Regular Oregonians cannot escape. They are stuck with the consequences. They pay higher taxes to fund the bloated government that drove away their jobs. Looking back now, the warning was crystal clear. Oregon was playing a dangerous game with business policy. Dutch Bros told them directly, we need talent access, airport connectivity, and room to grow. Work with us, not against us. Oregon chose indifference instead. They got what they wanted. Dutch Bros is gone.